Alright, Brush Monkeys, we are back, and this week we are painting the Bourbon Street Sophie from Reaper Miniatures. And she comes with this little lamppost, which we'll do too. But before we get too far into her, we're going to be painting, because Sophie is the mascot for Reaper Miniatures, they put out a different one every year, several different variations of her, and it's all essentially the same character, just in different costumes. You can see I got 9 of them laid out here. These are all just different variations of the same character, and because of that, there's going to be some commonalities between them. The skin is going to be the same among all of them. The hair and lips, the wings, the eyes, all that kind of stuff is all going to be the same between all of them. So what we're going to do today is we're going to batch paint all the skin on all the skin, hair, wings, etc., all the commonalities on all the Sophies here. And then once that's done among all of them, we'll focus on the specifics of the Bourbon Street Sophie costume. And then next week when we go to do, we'll do Western Sophie next week. That's this one. And that's just going to focus on her Western costume, because the skin and hair and everything will already be done. And same with all the rest of them. We'll just go, the commonalities are going to be the same for all of them, so there's no point in doing skin, hair, makeup, etc. in each one of those videos. So we're just going to batch paint them all today and then go on with the costume. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and get started on the skin. Her skin is going to be, she's a succubus, so it's kind of reddish skin. I'm going to go with the Tiger's Eye Triad, which is going to be mocha skin for the base. It's a nice dark reddish brown. Then after a soft tone wash, we're going to layer it with Tiger's Eye skin and then highlight with Jasper skin. Her hair and lips are going to be Nightmare Black. Her wings are going to be Flesh Terror's Red, as I knock things over here. Wings are going to be Flesh Terror's Red. I'm almost out of that, but I've got another bottle of it, so that'll be good. And her eyes, for the most part, as small as she is, I tend to not paint eyes on figures that small, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I am going to give her some purple eyeshadow with the Druky Violet wash in the eye sockets, but other than that, probably won't be painting the eyes up that small. So anyway, so that's the plan, and I'm going to go ahead and go get started on that. Once we get the skin and everything done, the commonalities done on all of them, then I'll pull the paints for the costumes and what have you and go from there. All right? So I will see you soon. Bye. All right, so there's the skin sorted out on her and all the others. And she's looking pretty good. So we're going to do the hair next on all of them. The hair and the lips are all going to be Nightmare Black. And I think that's going to look really good on those. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and go do that, and then we'll come back and see how it looks. All right, see you in a bit. All right, so that is her hair and her makeup sorted out. You can see I got the purple eyeshadow on her eyes and the same Nightmare Black on her hair as on her lips as well. This looks really good. Really like how that's turning out. So up next, we're going to do the wings on all of these ladies. They're all going to be Flesh Terror's Red with a little bit of Astrath Dry. And, sorry, I'm trying to keep that on camera. And once we do all of those, then the rest of these guys can go away, and we'll focus on Bourbon Street Sophie here and her character-specific costume. Right? So, wings next, and then we'll take a look at her. See you soon. Bye. Okay, so I just did the Flesh Terror's Red on the first Sophie, and I gotta say, look at what a beautiful, rich, vibrant color that is on those wings. That is just absolutely gorgeous. This is why I love this color. This is why this will always be one of the few Citadel paints that I will continue to purchase. Even though I don't like Citadel, I'm trying to move away from all their paints. The Flesh Terror's Red contrast paint is just an absolute gorgeous red, and I love it. So I just wanted to show that off real quick. I'm going to go ahead and go do the others, and then we'll come back. So see you soon. I just wanted to talk about that for a second. Alright, so now we got the wings done and the claws on the ends of her wings done on all of them. And they look pretty good. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and take a little break and put the rest of these back on their shelf in the order that they're going to be, that we're going to be covering the videos of. And then we'll come back and focus on Bourbon Street Sophie and her little lamppost here. And I think it's all going to be good. So now you see the commonalities between all of them done. And for the future videos, it'll look like different iterations of the same character. And I think that'll help focus on the actual costumes on the rest of the videos rather than paint and or the skin and hair and wings and all that kind of stuff. So, be back in a bit. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys, we're back, and so I was looking at, this is Bourbon Street Sophie, and she's kind of dressed up a little like the girls from the Moulin Rouge video, and you know, it's kind of sexy and provocative, but it was also, I feel like there's a little bit of a Mardi Gras element to this. And when I originally came up with the color scheme, I think I focused too much on her being a demon, because the colors I chose were very dark and kind of evil looking, and I feel like this should be brighter and more celebratory and more kind of Mardi Gras. So I picked, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm going to completely wing this paint scheme. Like, it's not going to be anything at all like what I wrote down in my recipe book, and I'm just kind of going to make it up as I go along here and paint her in mostly Mardi Gras colors of purple, blue, green, and gold. Her fabric's going to be purple. Her boots are going to, I'm going to go ahead and paint those black Templar, and maybe give them a little, or maybe glossy black. I don't know, haven't decided yet. And then the rest of the outfit is going to be, her stockings will be dark tone wash. Her bodice is probably going to be metallic purple. The gloves are probably going to be metallic green. Gold mask, blue. Some of this trim back here might be blue. Like I said, I haven't decided yet. I've kind of going to wing the whole thing, and I haven't quite gotten into how I'm going to do it yet, because I didn't come up with a color scheme for that. The one I came up with was like dark and demonic and evil looking, and I decided that's not the direction I want to go. I want Sophie to be kind of bright colors. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure this out on the fly and see how this turns out. So wish me luck. Bye. Alright, so I probably should have stopped a little bit before now to do an update, but I've got the boots mostly done. I still got the buttons to do on the sides. Those are going to be gold. All this trim on her outfit and these little ribbons and these little handkerchiefs she's holding and things like that, those are all going to be gold as well. But I've got the purple fabric done. I've got the metallic blue fabric done where I wanted it. I've got the metallic purple fabric done where I want it. So I'm going to go over the blue with blue shade wash, and over the purples with the purple shade wash. And then I'm going to go back in with the base colors and brighten those back up. I just want a little more definition. They look a little flat. I'm also going to highlight with the violet on the purple parts there, and possibly do a little bit of lavender dry brush on the violet just to kind of set it apart from the metallic purple. But it's coming along really well. I really like how it looks. I might, you know what, I got a darker purple metallic, so I might go back in and redo the bodice in that darker purple and then highlight it with the Army Painter purple. So this is what happens when I don't come up with a color scheme to begin with and I just start improvising shit. But the boots look really good. The stockings look really good. I like how those turned out. Like I said, I'm going to shade wash everything, and then I'm going to go back in and start doing the gold trim. And of course the gold all has to be based with Palomino gold first, and then we can go from there. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Alright, so the shade wash dried, and I highlighted everything again, layered it all back up, layered it with the blue. I hit the blues with a even lighter metallic blue color called Tomb Treasure. This was new from Reaper Miniatures. I think that really looked fantastic. The bodice I went ahead and did with the darker purple metallic, which was Ghost Vein, also new from Reaper Miniatures. I think this looks like a really nice dark kind of burgundy-ish purple. Looked really fantastic, and then I highlighted it with the regular Army Painter metallic purple after the shade wash went in. So that looks good. Highlighted the fabric. That lavender is a little bit stark. I may go back in with the dark wash and tone it back down a little bit. And then did the buttons on her sleeves with the Tomb Treasure. So now all that's left is the golds, all that little trim and lace and what have you on her outfit is all going to be gold. So I'm going to go in and do that next. So, see you in a bit. Alright, all the gold is done on our gal here. She looks really good. Look how that turned out. Also, as you can see, I did her base with a mix of neutral gray and black gray, and that wasn't by choice. That was kind of an accident. I put black gray on my palette first and then put neutral gray on there. Decided the neutral gray was too bright and the black gray was too dark, so mixed the two together, and there we are. And gave that a little shade wash. I also did the same with the lamppost. You can see I got the lamppost, the white painted on the lamppost. The lamppost is going to be, I'm going to go over that with Lamenter's yellow glaze, and then paint the numbers on the street signs. And then the bases will be done with, will be dry brushed with Dawnstone, and the base band will be a just flat black, matte black. So that's how that's going. It's turning along pretty well. Since there's not really a whole lot to do on the base, I think the next time you see this gal, she'll be completely done, and we'll go from there. So, see you in a bit. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, there is our finished Bourbon Street Sophie. I think she came out really well. I really like it. The street sign, you might notice, doesn't actually say Bourbon Street on it. That I decided to do, because my freehand's not great and I can't write Bourbon that small, I decided to make the street sign a reference to a Ramones song that was covered by Metallica in their Garage Days Inc. album. If you know, you know. But yeah, she came out really well. I really like how she turned out. So I'm gonna call it done on that one. And next week we will be painting Western Sophie, which also comes with a street sign, and we'll do something with that too. But yeah, it was a fun little paint job, and I think she looks really cool. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. In the meantime, check out my other social medias on Instagram, Facebook, Hive, Tumblr, a couple others. I'm literally everywhere, Flying Monkey Studios. Go check that out, and thanks for watching, and in the meantime, I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.